All right, Shalom.
Yep.
We the brothers from the GMS Atlanta Church, back in, through the Spirit. But before we get started, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to the elders and apostles at GMS who continue to teach and rule well, and peace and safety to the occupant across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, so the Spirit was on me to go into this money system, okay? Because we went into it a little bit in class last night. All right,
Right.
now Jake always want to be chasing the bag, okay? When they really should be getting into these scriptures, all right? Because this is where that salvation is going to come from, all right? Staying up late, Psalms 127.
Yeah.
Brother could grab that for me.
Yep. It's a
All
vain
right.
thing to wake up.
And, kind. When they got their priorities mixed up. All right, here it is. We got all these things going on in the news and in the media, but a nigga want to chase that bag, man, and just put all this energy and focus into all these carnal things. All right, when they should be listening to the men of the Lord. All right, and getting what they really need.
That's
All
right.
right.
I got it for you.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 127:1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he has given his beloved sleep.
And that's what you niggas do, man. And instead of putting your time and energy, staying up late, getting this real work, you want to be on the job, man, busting your ass and not even getting your daily bread. They paying you at the end of the week for a week's worth of labor, right? And when the scriptures tell you, man, that you're supposed to get your daily bread, all right? So, you want to stay up late, all right, busting your ass 80 hours a week, all right, and you're not even being able to reap the benefits of your labor.
That's right.
All right,
Working for crumbs.
yeah, working for crumbs, like the brother said. That's foolishness, man. When you should be directing, like I said, all that time and energy into getting what you need out of these scriptures, man, and your salvation. All right, go ahead.
All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 31, verse 1. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. So Jake is always on this. It's always some rap song that's always motivating you, Jakes, to stay up late, lose sleep, and go into bad health because you want to chase that bag. When the scriptures say, watching for riches consume the flesh, there's always some motto going around, some witchcraft going around telling you, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta listen to this motivational speaker, I gotta enroll in these classes, I gotta work 2 jobs, because that's what it comes down to. A lot of Jakes work 2 jobs and they just drop dead. But the real riches, like we've been saying, is these scriptures.
And Jake is on the helpster wheel, man. Because while you're doing all this work, the money is steady depleting, okay? And the value of it is steady decreasing, all right? Hyperinflation, all right? The price of things are going up, but the value of money is decreasing. So that same money that you're working for has really little to no value, man. You're working for a piece of paper, all right? It's not
really
bad
high.
by go. Yeah, right.
Just a stamp collector.
Right.
Right. This is what we used to use. Meanwhile, if I can add, meanwhile, the world is shifting towards cryptocurrency and other forms of payment. All right, now I did it in transit on the way here. I had to stop by the store, and you go into the store like you got the ATM machine, and right next to the ATM machine, right, there's a damn Bitcoin machine.
Damn.
Okay, out of nowhere, like
You,
if you went in there 2 weeks ago, that machine wasn't in there.
Right.
But now there's a Bitcoin machine standing right there.
Right.
And because what caught my eye was it said this is not a cash ATM. And I said, what the heck is this? So it said touch the screen, so I touched the screen and it said Bitcoin.
Damn.
Right?
Prepping you for the chip.
Prepping you for the chip. Okay? And then the funny thing about it was it's in an area where it's a lot of Israelites, and Jake is not really You know, it's
Right.
like the scripture the brother had brought out about the bag with holes. It's hard for Jake to maintain Federal Reserve notes,
Yep.
let alone switching to another currency. So what's the motive here? Like, what's the end game behind, you know, moving towards Bitcoin instead of just having regular cash? And like the brother said, it's moving closer to the chip. Okay,
That's right.
because this monetary system is through. It's done.
That's
It's
right.
finished.
That's right.
You know.
And you had the Haggai for me.
You got a Haggai?
Yeah, I got it. I
Because
got
you
it.
quoted it, but we're gonna
Okay,
bring
you
it down.
really okay.
Go ahead.
okay.
It's Haggai 1:6. It says, "Ye have sown much,
You so much, okay? That's working and busting your ass. All right.
and bring in little."
Bring in little. At the end of the day, once you pay for all your expenses, you have $50 left, man, for the next 2 weeks until they give you the rest of your shit. All right.
That's right. Yep.
Go ahead.
And that's why, if I can say, that's why Jake out here really have to live an illegal life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these jobs, they ain't taking care of Jake, man. So Jake be forced. A lot of Jake be forced to rob,
The hustle.
to sell drugs, to scam, or they gotta find try to milk the system, so to speak.
Yeah,
You know, they gotta
yeah.
do little things to.
Taxes.
Yeah, they gotta. A lot of Jake be
Yeah.
jammed up with child support.
Food stamps. You gotta try to get on,
Mhm.
you know,
Goddamn.
public housing.
Student loans. You know,
Oh,
they
yeah.
raping people.
Garnish
with
your
their
wages.
Yep.
That's what they did to me last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rick. What's that?
I'll read it again from the top. This is Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little.
Mhm.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
Yep. It seems like it's never enough, man. That's why I said Jay's on the hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Let's say you do bust your ass for those extra hours and you do got a little bit left over. Esau has already put his hand in the pot before you even get your shit. He taking out taxes, you know, before you see your shit, like brother says, garnishing your wages, you know.
Yep.
So you know, it's not enough, man.
It's already designated to go somewhere anyway.
That's in the curses.
Yep. That's true.
Deuteronomy
You
28.
mind if I bring up this definition of hyperinflation?
Go ahead.
Just mentioned?
Go ahead.
All right, this is the definition of hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is when the prices of goods and services rise more than 50% a month. The severity of price increases distinguish it from the other types of inflation. For example, galloping inflation only sees prices rise 10% or more a year.
Yep.
And I'm gonna just read this one little paragraph, finish off. It says the causes of hyperinflation start when a country's government begins printing money to pay for spending.
And see, I can say,
Print money
the thing
to pay
about
for it.
with hyperinflation, we're not necessarily experiencing that just yet, because now what Esau has been doing over the last 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, all that's going to catch back on us. You know, and then it's all going to, you know, it's like a dragon effect. But all that shit that he's been doing, all that piling up, it's just going to, when the brakes hit, you know, all that momentum is going to come, and that's when you're going to see that hyperinflation. Because right now, how Esau works, Esau just don't go in and move the prices up $3-4. Like, you're not gonna go in the store right now and see it. If you saw a gallon of milk yesterday at $3, you're not gonna see it go to $5 because everybody be like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
It's gotta be gradual. So Esau do little things by putting an extra penny or two on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I was talking to this old Jake one time. He was like, they be doing that, bro. Or they'll basically they take like 3 steps ahead and they'll take 1 step back.
Yeah.
Like they'll go up and they go down. The price might go down a little bit, but they'll go back up or like go up a little bit. Like it's gradually
Yeah, because
going
when I
up.
used to work at Vitamin Shop, I was in. We used to have to go in on Sundays and change the stickers. And you know, like a so-called, I'm just using supplements for this case. They never jumped up from $30 to $41. It'll be like, why the fuck am I changing that sticker? It'd be $30.29. But it went from $30.29 to $30.39. Because you don't mentally, you don't pick up on that shit.
It's
But
gradual.
if everything that you buy has went up by 3-4 cents in a week, you're not gonna see it, but you're gonna feel it. You know what I mean?
Right. Like the
It's
only
like-
time you might see that, like a major change, is gas prices.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it'll
then
be $2.50, and then it'll go up to damn $2.69. I'm like, God dang, went up 10 cents.
Right.
You know,
Okay, just it'll be real quick. Like how hyperinflation is going on and inflation is going on in the States right now. It's like a boxing match. The kidney punches and the body punches are gonna take effect in the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
gonna start breaking and wearing it down. It's the small things
Yep.
you know, make a big matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, macro.
Yeah.
Macro. You have macroeconomics and microeconomics.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Yeah. Were you finishing that up?
Yeah, I finish it off.
Go ahead.
It says, I start from this part. It says, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
God.
And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes.
Hey, and that's metaphorically, that's a metaphor, but it's also true. You know, that's
That's right.
literally. All right, once you get that check, and you think you walk into the bank with it, hey man, it's seeping out that bag, man, full of
Yeah.
holes. Because by the time you get there, all right, and pay your bills, like I said earlier, you left with crumbs, man.
All
Yep.
of us. Everybody.
Everybody.
The rich.
Yeah, the rich too.
Yep.
They got because they live a certain lifestyle based off of their
Income.
their income, and then I mean, what happens at the bottom, it floats up to the top.
Yep.
You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, their means are a lot higher, their standards are a lot higher, but that means when certain shit change, they're gonna fall a lot harder.
Right.
You know.
I got precept. Oh, go ahead.
And that's how you know, Esau full of shit. Because here it is, you already taking from what I've earned, and yet the money ain't worth shit
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So what you leaving me left over with doesn't have the actual purchasing power as it used to. Okay, and that,
substance.
yeah, it has little to no substance.
And that's all prophecy too.
Yep.
He's, his depth is like thick clay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's right. We got the precept. Oh, yeah.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. And like you said, we speak to the Israelites now, and it's like Jake don't understand what's going on, but we through the spirit know that Esau is propagating the truth or deceiving the people with this deceitful witchcraft. Like you said, going back to the prices in the stores, the food prices.
Yep.
Like this weekend when me and all the brothers I went to this wing shack, the wings wasn't that high, $18. Now it's $18 like for like 15. Like what the fuck? 10 pieces, like $12, $13. Like come on, man.
Because Esau don't ever put the losses on himself. He always gonna put the losses back on you people at the bottom. Like when a few years back when gas prices went up, this is probably like 08, when we was having gas shortages here in Georgia. You know, and the airports, the airplane companies, remember they started charging everybody to check in extra bags and things of that nature. And that was because there was a shortage in gas. But they didn't take that loss on themselves. They put it on the people.
Right. Right. Go ahead, bring out what you had.
Con. It's Deuteronomy 28 and I'm gonna read 16 and 17. It says
which the book of Deuteronomy 28 chapter goes into curses, all right, and also the blessings, all right. Go ahead.
it says cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Yep.
It says it's the point. It says cursed shall be thy basket in thy store.
Yep.
If I could say, in my Bible, my Bible, if you for that word store, they have kneading bowl, like bread, right? You need bread, so that your bread is what your money,
Dough.
your money, your increase, your substance, man. Yeah, right. It says it's gonna be cursed, man.
Yep.
You know, going back to Haggai 1.
Yep.
You know, go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, which is him is so-called white man Esau, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. That's him taking what doesn't,
That's
taking
that
taxes.
Habakkuk.
And, yep. You
It's
know,
going back to the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal.
well, yeah, he's doing that too.
I got something.
You know, he's taking your wages. He's taxing you heavily. Okay. All right. He's taking more than then because you know you pay tribute to the government to keep it, you know, because they offer services, right? But he takes more than you know what's needed.
Well, prior to the
Agreed.
19, I think prior to 1913, when they set up the whole Federal Reserve, people didn't pay taxes on,
Right.
For the roads and all that, and the roads were maintained, schools were maintained, but it wasn't such high taxation. Right. That's a new thing because Esau's
Yeah.
greedy.
Then,
Right.
then the women in the workforce, women didn't always have to work. It was just the
Mhm.
men.
Right, yeah.
You got their ass up in there so you can get more taxes.
1920s.
Yeah, yep.
So it says, woe unto him that increases that which is not his, which is in essence stealing, really.
Yeah.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Yep.
Right? And that thick clay, when you look it up in the Hebrew, the word is abatyat, which means heavy debts, weights or pledges. So they have a heavy debt that they themselves incur, like the brother said, they push it on the people. The people have to pay that debt. Okay? They say, oh, well, it's your fault because you're doing this and you're doing it. And that happened when Obama was in office. And before Bush left, when it was around 08, 09, okay, so they had to push them those stimulus packages into the economy to get things rolling again. You know, to get people spending more and to seem as if they're providing more jobs. And they continue that on all the way up until this day. So they set up that quantitative easing where they just add a little bit, they ease in a little bit more quantity of Federal Reserve notes in over the years to the point where it's just so much saturating, you know, the street, so to speak, that's lowering the value to a point to where it's not going to be worth a penny at all.
That's right.
You know?
You said the word saturate. This is watering down this whole thing. You know? Everything's getting watered down.
Yep.
Because you know, and all this is ultimately leading up to the economic collapse. Okay, the currency is going to fail. All right, and you always need a major occurrence. All right, to switch currencies, which they're going to switch this current system that we're in to the RFID microchip. Okay, which is the mark of the beast that he speaks about in Revelations. All right, go ahead.
All right, this is Revelation 13, verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yeah, and that's that RFID microchip, all right? And, you know, don't be simple. Just because you don't have it in your forehead or in your hand, don't think you're excluded from that, all right? From the judgment that's going to come if you take that chip, all right? It's Go ahead.
All right, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
It says that no one may be able to buy nor sell. Does that sound like Christianity?
Right.
It sounds like an embargo. No, that sounds like a merchant or purchasing power.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah.
And like I
Go
say,
ahead, go
you know, you got these other bootleg camps. They talk shit about us, saying that we got that from the white man, right? Well, what's today? Saturday. Yesterday morning, right? I was riding to work. It was probably like 4 in the morning. And this person I ride with, she was listening to Herman Cain, that coon. He has on radio station. So it was an Edomite lady on there, right? And she was talking about that scripture.
Yeah.
And she was like, that everybody's looking for. She said that she's like, everybody's looking for some type of device or whatever. But that sounds like you basically accepting the ways. And I'm like, that's what these niggas teach. Y'all y'all are actually teaching the true Edomite way of the understanding that whole embargo or sin. That's not what that's talking about. Sin can't stop you from buying or selling, man.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then what? None of us should be able to buy or sell.
We should all be dead.
Why did the Lord say he died for the elect sinners?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a piece of too.
Oh, yeah.
Finish that off.
Yeah, let me finish off on 18.
Okay.
Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast.
And then within that chip, you already have in the barcodes.
barcode, yep.
There's those two double lines on your barcode, your SKUs, SKUs as they call them. You know, it's each of them represents a 3 or a 6.
Yeah, it's 2, 3.
Yeah.
Makes it a six.
Yep.
All right, continuing on, it says, "For it is the number of a man, and his number is 636."
Satan. Right.
This is Job chapter 20. Yet his meat and his bowels is turned. It is the gall of apes within him. Verse 15. He has swallowed down rich, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of apes. The viper's tongue shall slay him.
Right, which is basically going into the fact that these elites, they've stolen so much
Right.
and gathered so much riches from different civilizations, different countries over the last couple centuries. Okay, the scripture says too that he put it together for the last days.
Yeah.
Okay, because basically everything that Esau has accumulated into his treasury, you know, and trying to accomplish the new world order, he's going to have to give it all up. Because when the society collapses, okay, when it finally collapses and the war of Armageddon, this global war of Armageddon, when it takes place over there in the Middle East, and the nuclear missiles destroy Israel and it destroys America, the Israelites, okay, the men you see before, the people you see on this sign, we're going to take over the planet, man.
That's
And
right.
all those riches are going to be for us, okay? The scripture says that he shall put on, it says that he shall not wear it, but the righteous shall put on those riches, man. You know?
That's why the scripture say too, where it said, Isaiah said they shall suck the breast of the Gentiles, suck the breast of the kings, and we're gonna take their substance, man. You know, beginning with the elites, like you said, everything that they heap to the last days.
And it says, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on.
This is Zephaniah, and this is the prophecy here of the collapse. Because the brother had mentioned the economic collapse is coming to America soon. That's why you're seeing these Bitcoin machines and you're seeing these prices of gas go up and things like that. Especially, I mean, it happens every year during the summer, but it's just going to be that one moment and that one time where it's going to be a permanent inflation, man. You know, it's going to keep steadily rising. So this is Zephaniah chapter 1 and 10. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hill." Especially when you have a major, going to totally bottom out, man. Okay? Same thing that happened in, what was that, 1929? Okay.
Depression.
Yeah, the Great Depression, where it's going to be a greater depression. When 9/11 hit, you know, this stock went down. This stock was you know, going to Cosmo, was that you last night about how there's no record?
Oh, there's no.
Okay, they're moving toward. They're going to be trying to secure the new world order, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashan was shot. Good name.
We talking about when the dollar collapsed, we're still